So good morning. In today's class, we are going to see about tender. So you all have clearly heard about tender, right? At where and what sections are we have here tender? Okay, it'll be more practical. So apart from our day-to-day life, we have heard this tender in most of the entertainment side. That is influences. Someone is going to tender. They have given tender and they are going to bidding. So these and all. So what do you know about tender? My dear? Yeah, come on, yeah. So tender. So it is how to say. So yes. So whenever a government agency or a firm wants certain works to be done, services to be rendered, or any purchases to be made, they float tenders in order to get the work done at competitive prices. So the person who quotes the lowest price, agreeing to the terms and conditions imposed on him, will have to sign an agreement stating that he will perform the said work as per the requirement of the owner client. So, tendering is the process of making an offer, bid, or proposal, expressing expressing interest in response to an invitation or request for tender. So, tendering usually refers to the process whereby the governments and financial institutions invite bids for large products that must be submitted within a finite deadline. So, tender form, it is actually a printed standard form of a contract giving standard condition of the contract, general rules, and direction of the guidance of contractors. So, tender calling is very, very important. So, call of tender. Call of tender is the process by which a company, it may be private or government, it invites the potential suppliers to submit offers for the execution of a contract. So, procedure for writing a tender, what and all that should be in the procedure means preparation of tender documents, issue of tender notice, submissioning of opening of tenders, acceptance of tenders, and award of material. Once the tender is passed, and then we will give the contract. So, regarding contract, we will be seeing in unit 4. Uh, so, I have mentioned the issue of tender notice. It might be through any public channels or through newspaper. Yes. So, tender notice. In a tender notice, what and all, whenever an agency or a firm wants to float tenders, they ought to follow certain procedures. The tender ought to be given publicity in leading dailies. Yes, in leading dailies, by way of advertisement. A time duration of about a month may be given for the submission of tenders. However, the tender notice should carry the following information. What are those? Is number one, it is name of the department calling for tenders, name of work and location, designation of the office inviting tenders, last date and time of receipt of tenders, period of availability of tender forms, cost of tender documents, time of completion and type of contract, earnest money deposit to be paid, date, time, and place of opening tenders, designation of the office opening the tenders. So see, which I mentioned already is tendering. So first one is invitation to pre-qualification. In this case, the client publishes the requirement using the bidding method. Those bidding method is competitive or negotiate method with the intention to select a suitable contractor. The invitation normally calls through the newspaper advertisement, which I mentioned while residing as dailies. DAILI. Yes, so it is dailies. And how the tender is selected, way of the application is filled, completeness of the application, legal consideration, whether they have the eligibility to apply or not. And how to evaluate the criteria. After selecting the qualified tender documents from the applications, the suitable contractor will select for the project according to the requirement criteria such as general experience, personal capabilities, equipment capabilities, financial position, education history. So normally, this will consider according to the requirement criteria which is mentioned in the paper advertisement. And then we have to select the suitable applicant. So after analyzing the applicants who pass in the preliminary examination, see, it is very basic. So generally, we have to conduct preliminary examination and then main and then results. So same way here. After analyzing the applicants who passed in the preliminary examination, the evaluation criteria will check. An applicant who satisfies the client requirement will select and inform to the letter of acceptance to the selected particular. And also the submission of evaluation reports to procuring entity also will happen in this stage. And then contract form. Once the tender has been over, the contractor will be selected and the contract will be given to that particular contract. In the next class, we'll be seeing on types of tenders. Thank you.